Hello, my name is James and welcome to Learning Styles and Study Tips for Nursing Students. This presentation is for educational purposes. To get started, we will discuss different learning styles. Something to think about is what kind of learner are you? Oral learners tend to learn best by listening. Visual learners like to see things such as videos and images. A kinesthetic learner is a hands-on learner and prefers to try things themselves. Reading and writing is a skill in nursing school that must be developed whether or not it is the preferred method of learning, and there are tricks and strategies for all learning types. However, nursing school can be challenging and choosing a note-taking technique that works best for your learning style is important. Oral learners tend to do well writing their notes down, talking them out, or joining study groups. Visual learners seek videos and images that relate to content. Kinesthetic learners may go to the skills lab for practice and tend to blossom in clinical settings. Reading and writing are self-explanatory, but writing everything down may slow the learner from covering all the material assigned. The oral learner may also request to record a lecture or record self-talking out notes, then they can listen to the recording several times. In addition to images and videos, the visual learner may benefit from seeing concept maps, outlines, and highlighting key points. As mentioned before, the kinesthetic learner may utilize the skills lab more often than others, writing down notes at another time, role-playing scenarios, and seeking shadowing experiences may also help. The reading and writing learner benefits from writing out notes, using multiple colors of highlighters, and making flashcards. Although choosing a quiet environment to read is listed here, it could apply to any learning style. Some people prefer to be in busy or noisy areas to study though, and despite this preference, it has been shown to benefit the learner by studying in an environment that will be most like the test-taking environment. Although you may have a preferred learning style, it is recommended to try a combination of styles. Listening, seeing, doing, reading, and writing all have their benefits. Now we will dive deeper into reading of assignments and studying. A lot of students have trouble adjusting to the e-texts that are used in the nursing program. Try out digital features, they may save you a lot of time, such as search features, highlighters, flashcards real or digital, and the bookmark settings. Set aside a time for reading each day. Make it part of a routine that you create for studying, and set a time limit. You can only absorb so much at one time. Trying to cram all the readings right before class is not effective. You need time to digest what you read so that you are prepared to participate, answer questions, and ask questions. There is a lot of reading, and to think that you are going to be able to read every word of every reading is unrealistic. So, how can you maximize your time? Know how you're going to be taking notes by hand on the computer using the highlight function. Then examine the text and see the organization. Note the use of visuals and bold text. These will be areas that you will want to pay particular attention to. Make sure to read into intro and concluding paragraphs, then try to glean the most important information from each section of the text and take notes. When finished, think about what you just read. What was clear, unclear? Did you accomplish your goals? Do you need to reread anything? The next section is a condensed form of study techniques for studying for exams. Exams are probably the most nerve-wracking portion of nursing school. A lot of people experience anxiety when facing exams, so don't feel that you are alone. There are a few things that you can do to help you prepare for exams. Know that what information will be on the exam as well as the style of questions. And most exams will be multiple choice but may also include select all that apply, labeling, fill-ins, and dosage calculations. Make sure you are preparing for all types of questions. The best place to start when preparing for an exam is to look at the syllabus or topical outline. These documents should give you the specific objectives for each topic you study. You could then utilize these objectives to make practice questions. Use your notes to your advantage. You can create practice questions from your notes that you took from your reading and from class. Make sure you are thinking about specific nursing actions, not just memorizing facts. Knowing the fact is one thing, but how you use that information is a whole other ballgame. Your instructors will want to know that you can think critically about a topic and make connections with other topics already studied. It's about building from one concept to another. Use concept maps. We create a lot of concept maps in school as part of assignments, but they can be really helpful in compiling a lot of information into something that makes sense and shows those connections. Find a study group. Ask a couple of peers to study with you, whether online or face-to-face. Typically, when you get into a small group, each member's strengths and weaknesses are balanced out, and you will learn a lot from each other. Just remember to stay focused on the task at hand. Another thing to keep in mind is not to cram. Set aside time over a period of days to study. Trying to cram a bunch of information right before an exam will only create more anxiety and decrease the likelihood of you remembering that information. It's all about building from one concept to another and continually studying so that there is no need to cram. Get rest the night before and eat something that morning. Don't stay up late or get up early before a test. If you don't know it by now, you're not going to know it, so just relax and feel confident. This concludes our brief learning styles and studying tips video. Thank you for joining.